Alright guys, so another video here. This one we are going to repair this piece of turd seat. We got the four-wheeler covered in here. The reason is we have a video we already recorded that's going to come out after this that we don't want you to see what we got done. But the plan here, we've got a gel insert. We're going to cut the middle of the seat out. We're going to put the gel in. We have a new seat cover that is going to go on. We'll show you when we get that far. But by the end of this, we'll have the seat done, and it's pretty freaking sweet. Super custom. We've been waiting for this for how long?
6 weeks?
Yeah.
5.5, 6 weeks? Something like that.
So yeah, like 6 weeks we ordered this, so this is the last part that we've been waiting for, so we're gonna get this all done. And we're gonna show you how we fix this, cut it out. We'll go through the whole process, and keep in mind we've never done this before, but hopefully it works out and we don't make fools of ourselves. So stay tuned, make sure to like, subscribe, follow the build, watch our other videos, and let's get started. All right, so the first thing we got to do is we're gonna have Christy. She's got to take this cover off. So Christy, if you want to start, I got some of them started for you. You're gonna take all the staples out here and get that cover off. And all I was doing was I was kind of sticking this under that and lifting them to get them started, and then you can go back with pliers and pull them out.
Okay.
So I got basically this whole front half started.
Okay. Obviously, we don't have to worry about ruining the seat cover.
Well, we might be able to put it on eBay. Well, we are working outside today because it is finally beautiful after about 5 freaking days of pure rain every day.
Man, these are hard.
Alright guys, so this is going to take a while to get this off. As we get closer, get a bunch of these staples out, I'll bring it back so you don't have to sit here and watch prying staples for half an hour. But we'll bring it right back once we're ready to take this piece of crap off here. Unless you want them to watch you, Christy.
No, not really. This is going to take a minute.
Alright, we'll be right back. So, it's been a few minutes. I did most of this, but unreal.
Unreal is right.
Just give me credit. So we got about half of it off, and now just wanted to show you guys what it's looking like. It's not bad. The seat pan's pretty good. But Christy's just got to finish the back half there. Show them how you're doing it. Just like that.
Just like that.
The hard way. The hard way. Alright, Christy took out the last ones, and now she is ready to peel that freaking cover off, right?
That's right. This nasty crap off of there.
That piece of turd off there. Or how about let's hold it up to keep that clean. There's a bunch of shit on there. You want me to hold the cover? Here. I'll hold this, you peel it off.
Introducing White Claw syrup. A whole new way of White Claw.
Hey.
That's really disgusting.
Oh, take it off like a diaper.
Yeah.
Alright, so there is our filthy seat. But that's okay. We're gonna fix it. So there's our seat. We got our gel here. Throw that old seat cover up here, Christy. Or how about you throw it just right here? Hopefully you guys Want to see the new seat cover? Yeah. Okay, so there's our old shit. Go ahead and grab the new seat cover, Christy.
I gotta wipe my hands.
Oh my Lanta.
Yeah.
So we ordered this. This is a JetTrim seat. All of our other ones are from Thrill Seekers, but we've got a couple, and just like everything else on this build, we wanted it to be different. So, ta-da! So this is a non-slip suede on the top. We got ostrich leather on the sides. It's like dark gray, light gray. We got it to all match everything else. We got the hex pattern on there. That was all custom stitched that we asked them to do. Pretty badass. We threw it up on the four-wheeler just to see how it looked, but obviously we haven't attached it. But you ready to? Well, I guess we can't install it yet. We got to do our gel pad, but we wanted to show you that real quick. So that's what's going on this freaking thing. It kind of sucks to put a nice cover like that on this shitty seat. So the plan here is I am gonna cut this out in here where like your normal riding area is, and I'm actually gonna inlay the gel. So I'm gonna measure it up and everything, probably to about there, and I'm gonna measure it and turn all this area here, if I can, into a gel insert. So that's the plan. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do this, get some measurements and stuff, and I'll hand the camera off to Christy and she'll record me fucking this up. Sorry, messing this up. So all right, and so I was trying to figure out how to mark like center, because we got to start marking out and do some measurements for that gel insert. And I want to show you, this is what I figured. I measured front and back here to find center of the seat, and then I measured across the front, and then I used my laser level to make a line, and then we just move this rolling chair around to get a straight line down it. So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some center marks on that line. And that's also assuming like that's flat, which it's plenty close enough for what we're doing. So there we go. Now we got some marks to go off of. So what I'm going to do here, my plan is I am going to, this is supposed to be like a 10 by 10 piece of gel pad. It's actually 9 5/8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out kind of where I can grid it off to where I can cut it and maybe reuse the parts I cut off to come back behind it also. That's what my plan is, but no matter what, we got to get this section all cut out so that we can get it all flat and replaced. So that's the plan. So I'm gonna get it drawn out and then we'll bring it back, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw it out so that it's all pre-measured and that fits in, and I want it to fit tight. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my blade depth on my cutter, and I'm actually gonna start cutting a bunch of squares out. I saw this on a YouTube video. Start cutting a bunch of squares out, and then we will trim it down to where it fits nice and tight inside there, and then we'll glue it all in and everything, and we'll get the seat pan cleaned up and be ready to put our new cover on. Theoretically, hopefully it goes that smooth, but I'm gonna start measuring out and we'll see what happens. So here's what I got planned. If you look at the seat cover here, can you see it, Christy?
Yeah.
So I measured it out. We got full width here, and then we'll have to cut the edge of it off, which we can repurpose and put a chunk here, and then we should have about 3 inches left, which we'll cut that into 2 triangles. We'll put it at the front. So basically, the way it'll work out is this whole area, which is basically like the hot spot of your seat, will all be gel. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark this all out in a grid, and then I'll go back and I'm just going to start slicing it to like a shallow depth, thinner than our pad, so that we can start plucking this out. And I'm actually going to cut it inside of all the marks, so I have a little bit of room to trim up, and we want it to fit in there nice and tight. It's going to get glued, but the worst thing I've heard about putting a gel in there is it's loose and it can move around a little bit. So we want to take every precaution to make sure that that doesn't happen. So I'm going to get this all marked out into a grid. Maybe we can time lapse this real quick or something, but I'm going to start that now. And it's not going to be anything fancy. It's just going to be like freehand drawing some lines and just something to mark it out into smaller pieces that we can cut out easier, instead of trying to shave this and have it all waffle and look like poopy caca. So I'm going to start that now. All right, so time lapse. You saw I got like a nice grid pattern here. So now kind of the stressful part is I got just my knife set to a shallow thickness of that gel, and I'm just going to start cutting over every single one of these lines, like the whole grid, and then we'll pluck the squares out, and I'll use like my little air sander, and we'll kind of keep it flush, and we'll sink that gel in until it's like perfectly flat in here. So here's where we find out if I'm going to ruin the seat or not. So we'll go back to time lapse so you guys can see me cut this whole thing out. All right, guys, so Christy's got that mostly trimmed out. And if you see in the time lapse, I've been struggling to figure out how to cut this shit. But I finally got it. Scissors work great. So I'm gonna cut these all to the pieces that I have planned. And then what I'll do, I got my little air sander, little one. I'll start trimming this down and fitting these in there until they're nice, and I want them to be almost flush, a little above, so they can compact down. So this is the last piece I got here. And this shit is fucking sticky. You know what it looks like? Blue Jello.
Yeah. Taste it, monkey.
Doesn't that look like Jello?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm going to leave this plastic on as much as I can for now. So this will be one piece for right here. And you can see it's big, and it's got to go down about 1/4 inch still. So what I think I'll do, these are going to be the hardest ones to fit. So what I'll do is I'll start with the back one, and I'll work my way forward. So I'm actually going to put these pieces, everything I'm not using, back in the bag to keep them as clean as possible. So this will be the first one I fit. So hopefully this works. This might be messy, I don't know. But let's just see what it does here. I'm hoping just this, like with high speed, we'll sand this like I've seen other. Here, get a look at that. You can kind of see how smooth that is. Let me do this spot right here so we can really. You see how that's smoothing it out?
Yep.
It's a little messy, but not too bad. So I'll get the bulk of it, and I'm going to try to keep it flat the whole time. In case you're wondering, I think I got like a 36 grit on this right now. And I'm not putting any down pressure. I'm just simply like putting it down far enough to where it's touching, and just letting the sanding disc do all the work. Hey, just a little breezy.
With some glasses?
Oh my god. Alright, so show how close, how nice. It's not, I don't think it's close yet, but actually let's just go ahead and check. So this has a rounded edge on one side, almost like it's in a mold really. But so that side down, you can kind of see this side is up just a little. Right in the corner though, like I haven't gotten the corner yet, and right here is almost perfect. Right here is like maybe an eighth. Right, so this side feels like it's got to come down a bit, but right here in the middle is like perfect, perfect, perfect. So I'm gonna get the corners down and just try to get this side fitted a little bit better, and then we'll just keep working all the way down. And what I think I'll do is I'll just keep working this same piece all the way down and get it all nice and level, and then we'll put our bigger pieces in. But you can see that's fitting really nice actually. All right, so I'm gonna keep sanding, and so you guys aren't watching me sand this whole time. We'll bring it back as I keep working my way down, and so you don't have to watch me cry. I might put on safety glasses, I don't know. We'll see. But let me work this in and we'll bring it back. Alright guys, so we got it all fit. It fits nice just how I wanted it. So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna pass it off to Christy, and she's just gonna use like probably like some soap, get it all cleaned up nice underneath, and then we're ready to start gluing all those gel pads in. That'll only probably take a few minutes, and then we're ready to start putting that freaking cool seat cover on. So up to you now. You ready?
Ready.
Start cleaning. Christy got it all clean. It's taken like 7 hours. So we had to move in the garage here. I got all of our pieces laid out. If Christy, if you want to. That's these three. Those little pieces I cut off our triangle because, like I said, I measured everything big. So then I held them up and I marked it and cut that much off to make it fit. So now I'm gonna do some spray glue. This is 3M, just high strength 90 spray adhesive. I'm gonna glue all of those in here. So if you haven't used this, you spray that, you let them tack up, and then you put them together. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try not to get it on our super expensive Harbor Freight moving blanket. But we'll get some glue on here. Very unprepared here. Hopefully it comes out. Yep. Alright, so here, get close, Christy. So I'm gonna try to get it really around the edges first, because the edge right here is really what I'm looking for. And I don't really want it on top of the seat because you don't glue the covers down, or at least I don't. Okay, so that's more than enough there. And then if you watch while I do this, Chrissy, I got these on plastic, and I'm basically just gonna try to put a light coat over this whole side here. You can kind of see better how it goes on now. Good, good. And then I'm gonna cross it also. And then just make sure I got all my edges, because I really want these to adhere kind of like one piece. They're freaking super sticky already. I don't know what these are made of, but when you cut them, they really feel like glue inside already. All right. Oh, don't want to forget about that one. Alright, so that's more than enough. Alright, so we're going to give this like, I'm going to let them sit for like 5 minutes, because you want to go till this stuff's like real tacky. And this is like contact adhesive, so you spray both sides, let it dry up, and then when you put them together, they really stick down. So in a few minutes, we'll bring it back. We're not going to let you watch glue dry. We'll bring it back, and we're going to start setting these in here. And I cut this small, so we really got to pack them in there, and they're going to glue down as we shove them in. So hold on, let's let this tack up, and we'll come right back. All right, guys. So we didn't have plastic wrap, but we got the next best thing: a nice scented trash bag. So here, get up here close, Christy. So you see now, like, this isn't, there's no stickiness on it. It's pretty nice and smooth as we can get. I'm just kind of like working anywhere that's uneven and like getting them as flush as possible, which it's plenty good. That seat pad's padded, or the seat cover's padded anyways. So Christy's gonna get you guys set up on the tripod here so that she can give me a hand, and we're ready to start covering the seat now. So this is what we've been waiting for. So you guys are gonna just sit over here and just watch. Something I'll throw in here is we use the air stapler, right? Foam dust on it. And we use, on all the seat covers we've done, we always use the stainless staples. Just They're kind of hard to find for us anyways, but you don't really want rusty staples and your seat cover peeling up and shit, so just letting you know. You do what you want, but another thing we'll say. If you look at this, this is the bottom side. This is all nice and padded all the way around. So like any imperfections here, you're not going to see them, hopefully. And I want to point out, this is the first JetTrim cover we've used, but all the staple surface, this is really nice, like feels really tough and durable material. I don't know what the hell it is, but I just wanted to point that out. And it's leather up top where it hooks over. So we'll see how it holds up, but just show you guys if you've never used JetTrim. I know there's a lot more. I mean, I think JetTrim is popular, but I know that there's a lot of popular seat covers out there. But first impressions, first time buying, pretty impressed. It's nice cover. So go ahead and just set it down and let's get started here. We hook that front over. Sheesh. Man, should leave it right like that. All right, so you good?
Mm-hmm.
So let's flip this over. So we want to get this nice and centered. I feel like right there is good, huh?
Yeah, you want me to hold this?
Yep. I'm just gonna put a couple.
Maybe if we turn the air on?
Yeah. We are a couple rookie biatches. Okay. That looks pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if you can kind of pull it down there, I just want to make sure we're like nice and centered. There, I'll push it towards you. I'm kind of feeling for the, like the seams right here, even them up. Hold that down right there. I really want to fucking pull that under and hold it. Can you flip your side? You're good. Grab that and flip it. Look like that. And I'm just trying to look at like their seams.
I was gonna say, is that gonna...
It looks just a little bit off. This little baby cat is trying to sabotage. So that looks good. I'm gonna get just like one right here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's our air at? Good?
120?
Alright. So there's that. That looks nice and centered.
Yep.
What I went off is like the middle design here and lined it up. I lined that up with the seat latch underneath. So now what I want to do is hold again and like get our middles on. Can you just pull that up and I'll pull right here?
Yep.
You need to pull more. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna put one right here. Pull yours tight. I want it like real nice and tight. But I want them to match. Like I'm looking at like the overlap of the color, and I'll put a staple in the same spot. So that's like, that's roughly how it'll sit. Not really roughly, I mean that's how it's gonna sit. So what I'm looking at here is like where like the next loosest spot is. So like next I would like to go right here.
That's gonna pull it tight.
Yeah, so like if we lift that a little and we pull that down, see how that'll We tighten it up. So let's go.
Right here.
Yeah, like right at this corner. Like I want to get that seam, that stitch edge. I really want to get that overlap right there. So put like where that doubles. Put one right there.
Right here.
Yep. Push down. Golden Totten. So then this side I want to do the same thing. So I got my stitched edge over right between my fingers.
Right here.
Yeah, right between my fingers.
Right
Perfect. No, like right down in there. Push down. Straight. There you go. So then we look again. And you can kind of see, hopefully you guys can see on camera how it's already taken shape. So that's just what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 staples in it. And you can already see it's taken shape. So what we'll do now is we'll just start splitting everywhere and tightening it up. So like next spot would be right here. So I'll pull this in and I'll just have Christy go right between my fingers again. Here, how about you just get that hose over to your side?
Okay.
Go right there.
Right here.
Yep, kind of like point it in so that you ain't got to worry about it.
Like that.
Yeah, but you're not pushing the little safety down.
Like that.
Yeah. That way you don't have to worry about the staple pushing through the top foam. Do it. Good. So, see how it's coming together, guys? Like, I hope you guys can see. I think you can. Let me check the camera real quick. Yeah. So, next thing, like, let's get this corner here really. Let's get the whole back edge actually. Go right between my thumbs. And like you want to go in as far as possible because this is like the thinnest part of the seat. And what I do with these, turn it backwards so you can kind of angle it. See how that kind of angled it with the seat? Oh! And like I'm squeezing down. I don't know if you can tell. I'm squeezing down to see if I can feel a staple in the top of it. You see how I did that?
Yeah.
So then like go like same spot here.
That.
Do it again. See how one side like crawled out? There you go. Good. So then let's do a little fold and just just trying to see how we want to do this. And I think like a 3-piece would be good. Like do that. Here, let me do it so I don't lose a finger, but hold that. And then like we'll do like one more little fold. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep all the folds under the seat to where you don't see them from the outside. Okay, so that's like about as good as it's gonna get, which it doesn't look bad. Once that's on and like you like work it, like that looks pretty good to me. So that's like the corner that I just did. So let's do this other one, and I want to do the other one next so that I know I do it the exact same way. So like inside, under, kind of corner up. And what I'm trying to do here, if you can't see, what I'm trying to do is if I do have a corner, I at least, at the very minimum, want them to match. So like, give me one right there.
Right here?
Yeah, like, yep. Good. So then I'll do my other one here. Like right over. Oh.
Right there?
Yeah. There you go. So like, you see how like I tried to do the exact same fold on both corners, and from the outside, like when I push that little, there is a wrinkle, but when you push it in, like it's kind of stays. So that's basically the whole back end done, which to me looks nice. So now what I would do is just have Crystal just fill this shit with staples.
Okay.
And I would go, this is like the thinnest part. So what I would do is I turn the gun up so you can get some good angle at it, and like kind of push it and like kind of slide the gun along the cover to
Pull it tight?
yeah. See what I mean?
Yeah.
As I do it for you.
No, I was gonna say, I think you could probably do it better than I could.
And then like the corners are a stress spot, so I'm gonna put some extras. And just I'm feeling top sides, which are all good. Very good, very good. All right, so now you'll see we got this big gap here, and like now I can kind of watch where our color's showing here, and we can kind of try to just, instead of watching the top side so much, I'll just kind of pull this down and then just keep splitting it. So go ahead and staple.
Like that?
Yep. You're not hitting the safety. There you go. So then we'll do the same thing, the same spot here. So that's good. So now like I'll face this at Christy, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of push these in and like just go from here to that spot, kind of these. Go like right here first, like right in front of both thumbs. And do like I said, slide it. Yep. And do the other side. And now just kind of work your way back, like keep pulling tight. I'm videoing. Candace just got home from work. Say hi. Kind of make sure like you're...
Hi, YouTube.
See how they're not going in all the way?
Well, how about we switch?
Alright. So, I'll just kind of like split everything.
No, pull it tight or?
Yeah. And like the bad thing about this, like if you don't hit the trigger all the way on the gun here, like your staples stick up just a hair, but we're just trying to get it stuck down. So like, I'm sliding it nice and flush. Nice and flush. So that's good for now. So from basically here on back is set. So now the next thing we'll do, just slide this up towards me a bit, and now like Christy, if you just want to pull this like snug, not like too tight, but about like I got it right there. And then let's match that side and like look at the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Look good?
I think so.
It's yours, so I don't care. I do care, I like. So like let's just work our way back. Good? Mm-hmm. So like I'll go ahead and just split those real quick. Should we spin it around now?
Yep.
All right, so like just feeling it, like I can feel grabbing it, like all this back here is nice and tight. Up here is a little loose, so like let's do this right here, Chrissy. Let's pull this up and just try to get our color to wrap under just like that. Okay? Next side. You got a little more than that side. There you go. Good?
Yep.
So now do the same thing here. Try to like look at this line and try to even it up. Just get it snug. Good? Good, let's do right here. A little bit more. Good, let's do up here. Got it? Alright, so let's just flip it over and like let's see you guys. Look at that. I don't know what you guys think. We're not pros, but I think that looks freaking sweet. Candace hasn't even seen the seat cover yet.
No, looks nice.
Looks nice. Alright, so everything's tight. These are the biggest spots right here. Let's just pull those tight. Start with your side.
Nope.
Hi,
Out.
I got more. Please hold. We are almost done. Ready? Do that again. Good?
Yep.
My side. I think that's probably good, huh? Let's do right in front of this. See where that's kind of slacky.
Yep.
This side. Pull right there.
I think that's pretty tight.
Mm-hmm. Cool?
Yep.
Alright, I think we're probably good to staple around, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go around and just staple the shit out of it, really. Make sure the staples are in good. Not really looking to overlap or anything. Just like you slide around on the seat, so you want it strong. Pretty good. And get this good back here. Almost missed with that one. And the whole time I am still feeling like underneath on these edges. On the back it gets real thin, so I just want to make sure we don't go through anywhere. Or not so much through as like feel it. That all looks good, right?
No, I think so, yeah.
So I think the only part is like right up here, which is tight. Right?
Yep.
I think that's good. That one's kind of goofy. There we go. So, I think we are done. I think we have a seat cover. Are you ready? Finished product. There we go. So, if you look, like, there's like no, you can feel like there's no slack really under it or anything anywhere. Nice and tight, don't see any wrinkles. You don't see any of that gel pad that we put in there. Don't even feel it. maybe sitting on it, but no wrinkles up here. Super sweet back here. So, you want to grab the camera? Super custom. So, guys, one seat. If you've been watching all the videos, you see our colors match. Our pattern is like the same theme as everything else. This is suede. Our sides are dark gray, white. This is all ostrich skin. JetTrim seat came out awesome. If you like this video, if it's helpful, if it's not helpful, if we did something wrong, let us know, comments. If you want to see this on the machine, check out our next video, and you'll see this basically all put together. Not finished, but pretty close in our next video. So, one seat done. Let us know what you think, and thanks for watching.